what we're doing is some eccentric benches. Now I'm going to start off with some press up pluses. So it's a press up, and then at the end, protracting the shoulder blades just to get moving with the shoulders. Get warmed up. I think that's my fifth set. Literally just 5 reps. Nice and easy, nothing crazy. Just turn this down. So, welcome to whatever video we're on now. So we're actually into the peak, which is pretty cool. So I've got for the last couple sessions, I've done at the bodybuilding gym, and they actually went pretty well. A lot of it was quite brutal, to be honest. And then today, I was at ASC all day, but working, so I didn't actually get a chance to train whilst I was there. So, got home, I'm going to train. The one thing that did happen is I burnt my hand today. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Here. Nah, I don't think you can see that at all. Yeah, we need more light. I basically was pouring the kettle and I just missed a cup, and the kettle had literally just finished boiling. So the back of my hand is all started blistering. I've got some ice that I've been holding on it as much as possible. So, feeling good, but I feel good in the gym. Outside the gym, starting to feel the fatigue a bit now with the last couple heavy sessions. So my training, we've changed my split. Not complete. Well, yeah, it is quite a bit different actually. So the last peak that we did, we're rerunning that, but with a few modifications. The biggest modification is drop down from 5 sessions a week down to 4. One is to help with recovery, but also so in each individual session I can push that a bit harder. And then with splitting the training up, we've changed up the training week a little bit. So let me just do this. So, got something in my eye. We've changed it up so that Tuesday is day 1, which is upper body, which you'll have seen the video of by now. I didn't get a right lot of footage of that because it was at the other gym, but I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll just record. And it went fine, but I didn't like vlog because there's obviously other people in there, and I didn't want to get in people's way. I got a little magnet thing, so I can stick my phone to anything magnetic. So that was actually quite handy. So I can film the sets, but I didn't really want to be like talking as I go through them. Apart from anything, and people will start replying, and just, yeah. Maybe that's just something I need to get over, just start doing, I don't know. But anyway, that's not why we changed the sessions. So we changed the sessions so that day 1, I can get basically all the dumbbell stuff done that I need to. So it's all upper body, all eccentric stuff. First, the downside is the first thing is a 7 count eccentric bench. So that means that I'm needing to get someone to spot me. As it turned out, someone training at the same time that was more than happy to do that. And the good thing is as well now, I've been talking to the owner a bit more, real nice guy, and he's letting me use their better bars. So they've got some other bars locked away. So that means that the issue I had with the rubbish bars, that's not a problem anymore. So that's cool. So that's day one. Day two, I'm doing that there because I need a safety bar. I'm doing eccentric stuff. So it's eccentric squats, eccentric split squats, RDLs and a few other bits. Also some leg accessories. So that's like the first half of the week of like the damaging part, if you like. Today I can do the full session here. So today's Friday, so it means I've changed the days I train around a little bit, and I've got a day of rest on Saturday now, and then Sunday is a full-on SBD day. But I'm going to go to Ben's gym to Hull Strongest to do that session, because that means that I'll have the calibrated plates and I can use the other equipment. Because the other thing is, we were going to use Hatfield squats and Hatfield split squats, but at Ben's gym, he's got a belt squat, and that's brilliant. So the next session that you'll see is fairly brutal. There's going to be like squats, then belt squats, bench, close grip bench, deadlift, Jeffersons or something like that. So it'll be a long session. So it'll be a good like simulation for competition as well. And to be honest, it'll just be good fun. It's only for like the next, I think, 5 or 6 weeks now. And then the other thing is, so that was purposeless though, on the way down. Didn't want to go full eccentric. Is Ben's competition, sadly, was cancelled. So this is supposed to be 3 sets of 2 with 130. Oh, yeah, 3 sets of 2 with 130 with a 5 count eccentric. With a partner assisted concentric. So I'm going to go grab Rach in a second. Anyway, so Ben's competition was unfortunately cancelled. So that would have been not next weekend, but the weekend after. So instead now, that will just be a full-on training session. So that'll be good. My weight at the minute is set at around 96 kilos. So I have actually dropped a little bit. But that's to be expected. Also, because I've been eating a bit less, I'm not actively trying to gain weight because I'm not really giving the stimulus for it at this point. I kind of would like to compete weighing around 94 just because that's what I weighed the last time I competed. So I thought that'd be cool. So yeah, we shall see. Right, I'm gonna go grab Rach and get her to come in and help. See you in a sec. I'm filming again now. Huh? I said I'm filming again now, just so you know. So, the plan is 5 seconds down, and then basically when we're both ready, lift it back up. Two reps.
Okay.
For 3 sets.
So it'll be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. Or is there a pause?
We'll pause just long enough for me to get my breath back so that I can actually help to lift it up again.
5, 4. So if I say the words 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, lift.
Yeah, and we'll lift.
In actual seconds.
And then we'll lift it together, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. If it turns out that you can't or I can't, these are high enough that it should be fine.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Are you in a position that you're...
Yeah. It's okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Don't get your fingers caught underneath.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna scoop it off you.
Alright.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how strong you are.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Five, four, three, two, one. Pause. Lift. Again.
Yeah.
Your bar. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Lift. You okay?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, perfect. Your counts are quite fast though.
Oh, do I need to slow down?
That makes it easier for me. I don't mind.
Do I slow it down?
No, it's okay. How much was you helping?
I don't think much.
Okay. I do think I could have pressed it myself back up.
That's not the point though, is it?
No, the point is to make the eccentric as hard as possible. Will you grab my phone, please? Do you want to talk to the internet people?
No.
No.
Not in a mean way.
Suck it, losers.
Hi, internet people.
I'm just putting this on a timer for
What's the rest?
2-3 minutes. I'm never 100% sure what to put on for the RPE on that, because I couldn't have done any more reps without your help, but I could have done it heavier.
Is it, maybe it's not about how many more reps you could have pressed it, it's how many more reps you could have kept that control at.
That's a good point. That's a good way of doing it. Not just a pretty face. So 8 then. Could have done 2 more.
Yeah.
1 set done. So after this, just so you know, and so you know, I've got incline bench, but I don't need a spot on that. Barbell rows, pull downs, upright rows, curls and grip. So time wise, this is the longest thing. And then if we're just going straight out, because it's cold, I can probably get away without showering. Just get quickly get changed, and then get a proper shower when we get home. Do you want to cook here or take the food there to cook?
Just chicken in it.
Yeah.
20 minutes in the air fryer.
Yeah, we could do that before we leave so that that's ready.
Yeah, if you bob me a message when you're 20 minutes out from finishing, I'll put it in the air fryer.
Yeah, if you just cook all of it.
Yeah.
Shall we go again?
If you're ready.
Yeah, so what I've been doing on some of these is when I'm talking, when I forget, I run out of things to say sometimes, because when I'm in the gym with it, Jack will be there, or I'll notice things or remember things or whatever, is I've been getting the Instagram questions I get and then answering them. But then sometimes, you know what I'm like with going off on a tangent, and then it ends up where I'm just talking nonsense for 20 minutes between sets. Right. With the counting, when I start, that's 0.
Okay.
So 0, 1, 2, 3, rather than 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. You ready?
Mm-hmm. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Lift. You alright?
Yeah.
Go again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Lift.
You forget that I was doing 2.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, that was hard. It was more my hand that was hard.
So,
Yeah, will you please pass me my ice? Thank you.
you can be alright to do all the squiffy stuff.
Well, yeah, because the burns on the back.
You say it
But yeah, because it's because it's pressing into my thumb there, and the burnt skin's all around the side.
Cream and a dressing.
Yeah, but not now. How many more do you think on that?
I still feel like you were doing the majority of the lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looked controlled.
What's the biggest mistake people make when they're trying to get strong?
You must have answered this one before. It's probably doing too much too soon, isn't it? And refusing to rest. Wait, no, ask me again.
What's the biggest mistake people make when they're trying to get super strong?
It's not getting Dr. Adam Sayers as their coach.
Amazing. She's right though. I don't know how much it'll pick. It should definitely still pick you up on this.
I talk into your beard.
Yeah.
Hello?
I wonder how loud that's going to be.
Shouting at people.
Yeah. You should do this when you're doing one of your CrossFit sessions. You'll just hear like, and then the occasional like of weights. Ow. That's fair. The occasional weights banging.
And of course, PB.
Yeah. You get PBs in CrossFit?
Yeah, I get CrossFit PBs.
Ah. I suppose if every workout's different.
Yeah.
Right. I've never done this before.
No, but like the other day, what did I do? Like 55 for 2 on my bench, and James came up and was like, "Is that a PB? Like, it's a CrossFit PB, yeah." Like, it was 60 for 3 when I was training for powerlifting, but like, I haven't trained for powerlifting since before COVID, so yeah, I take it as it's a new PB.
It's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
Especially if it like keeps you motivated.
Yeah, definitely.
To keep going. Can I count everything as a garage PB?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
If you're motivated.
That's not really a big thing, is it?
What?
I find the being motivated for training thing isn't really a...
No, that's not a thing for you, you just do it.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't want to train though, to be fair. And then usually you're like, you should go train. I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there isn't more chalk everywhere in here. It's fairly like clean, isn't it?
White floor, you just can't see it.
Yeah. How long's left on that timer?
I can't see it.
At the bottom, put the phone the other way. Be a purple line across the bottom. If it's gone, then it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's finished. Right.
Last set, 2 reps.
Yeah, two, that's the chalk.
Yeah.
It's because all the chalk's in the air.
Coating our lungs.
You what?
Coating our lungs.
This is actually asbestos that I'm putting on, not chalk. Right. Let's see how strong you are. The first one... No, doesn't matter. I was going to say the first one, don't help me. But like I say, yeah. If the first one is easy, then I'll just go slower on the second one on the way down.
Okay.
No, I won't. I'll stick to the programme.
So, arrive.
What a roller coaster. Right.
You got this.
2 reps.
Yeah. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Wait, where's the pause? Okay, go again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Lift. Well done. Okay.
Yeah. The pause wasn't for my benefit. It was for yours. So you could get in position.
Okay.
So I was just making it easier for myself. Instead of easier for you. Like as in, it didn't need to be paused. Anyway, you are dismissed. Thank you very much.
Well
I
done.
appreciate it.
James got time off for you again?
No, because it's on to the next exercise. Keys are on there, I think, for the door.
Did you lock it?
No, just for this door, the garage door.
Oh, right.
Thank you. Let's say if you've not heard from me, put it on to cook at 7:15.
7:15.
Yeah. If you press, actually, yeah, 7:10, chicken setting, but change the time to 30 minutes.
7:07, chicken setting 30 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. See you in a bit. Right, next, incline bench. So, they were actually not as bad as I expected, but I bet these are going to be. I kind of want to do the rows first, because now I'm tired in my shoulders. But they are this way on purpose, so that there is the damage, the myotrauma, the actual micro tears in the muscles and the tendons to cause tendon remodeling, because you can get tendon remodeling in a short time frame, despite what some people would tell you. You can change the tissue in a relatively quick time, but the problem is it's very hard to keep recovering from it. That's why you don't run it at this kind of intensity, not intensity like intensity like percent of your max, for like full training blocks. I'm just gonna charge this light so that we can actually get into the conservatory if we need to. He says if I can find the cable. There we go. In here I've just got ice as well for my hand from where I burned it. Oh, right, so incline bench, 4 sets of 6. Last block, when I started on these with the eccentrics, I started at 50. That's how tough I found these. So if I can start this block maybe at 60, that'd be a good improvement, because then if I can finish the training cycle 10 kilos up on bench as well, that would obviously be great. So need to move this around here. I put bits of tape on these so I have them set up for the right height, so that for this it's as quick as I can realistically make it for changing it around. So normal grip. I can lower that there if I have to. So this is going to be a 4 count eccentric. I'm just going to move you around to the other side. Right, you are moved. That took a whole 5 seconds. And then I'm going to start with 60 for this, knowing how hard the eccentrics have been. Like I say, just sets of 6, because I can always go up, but I don't want to start too heavy and then be stuck. The Get Strong app is getting better and better now, starting to actually look pretty cool. So 4 sets of 6, RP 7.5, so that means I could definitely do 2 more and maybe do 3 more. If I put this stuff under here, then I can just sit down between sets, can't I? Ooh. Right. I'm rushing-ish because we have plans tonight. It's not like an unreasonable rush, but I still just don't want to be super late. So 4 seconds down, 6 reps. I know that probably looked easy, but I think that was actually, felt like more like a 8.5. This arm was starting to go jelly. It's really hard trying to count sets of 6 with a 4 count eccentric. I find 5 count eccentrics easier because in my head I'll go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, next rep, 12, 14 and so on, so that it's the same each time. I wonder if you can see that now. So it's bent all up around there, down there and across there. I just had hold of a cup like that, and I think, so I had 2 monsters today. I'd had them both by like 7 a.m, but still, like 300 milligrams of caffeine, which is a lot for me. I was just shaking like that a little bit as I poured it. I just missed the cup and just poured it straight over my hand. And that was 6 or 7 hours ago. It's still uncomfortable now, which is not ideal. You know what? I'll stick with this weight for the next set. But I maybe should just check the reps. I think I did 6. You know when you start doubting yourself, to do 5, to do 6? It's a real big benefit of filming your training. Have a quick look at this and then move on. Nope, just watched it. It was only 5 reps. Given the level of difficulty and the fact that it was only 5 reps, I'm going to drop down in load. I'm going to go 55 so I can actually get them done properly. It's not me being lazy, but the other day, so you'll have seen on Tuesday, my first session of the week, just how hard the eccentrics are, and that's because it's a trait that I've not really done much work on for a while, and so it's just weak. Also, I'm just a bit weak maybe, so that could have something to do with it. We'll go 55 and then move on to rows and stuff. I quite would have liked to go from this into the pull downs, then the rows, but the rows will have a better carryover to my deadlift, so I think it's better to do the rows first anyway, a bit more specific in what it is, because now the plan is just to peak for 700 at that competition. My plan is anyway. Aaron and I haven't actually spoken about specific numbers. We basically have said we'll get there. What we'll take what's there on the day. If that's 650 at 650. If it's 750 at 750. It's not going to be 750. So I'm put that API 8 with 60 kilos. So next go, we're going with 55. Ooh, this is getting worse as the day goes, rather than better. Complain not I. Right, next one. Right, 6 reps this time, please. Oh, again, as I got to the end of that set, I felt like I could barely do that last rep, let alone another 2 more, but I think that's the right load. I think it's just the rep why it's getting tough rather than the actual load. And see what the next set's like. Because it's still a decent working weight. I don't particularly want to go any lighter. I reckon I could have done 2, possibly 3. So, the new training week, I've also got a bit more like fluffy stuff in compared to normal. It's not so much that we're doing more fluff in my training, it's more I've got it written down and tracked in my app so that I know that I'm definitely doing it. So I don't want to have any reason as to not doing it. So day 1, I've got calves, and I've got calves and tibs at the beginning of every session. So I always find it just makes my knees and ankles feel good. So day 1, wide grip bench with 7 count eccentric. Dumbbell rows, flat dumbbell press, slow eccentric, front raises, slow eccentric, dumbbell sculls, slow eccentric, dumbbell curls, slow eccentric. So that's day 1. There's nothing like weird in that session. I suppose the curls you maybe wouldn't always include in powerlifting program when you're peaking, but also like the goal 700, I still want to have big arms. Like, come on, let's be honest. Then Wednesday, calves and tibs again, just start of every session. Sled drag. So I just put on, I don't know if it was 40 or 80 kilos that I put on. Because I wrote on here 40, but I wrote in the notes 80. So I don't remember which I actually did. And that session I was knackered. And then it was the eccentric squats, eccentric stiff leg deadlifts, so deadlift up, stiff leg deadlift down. I tore the skin off on my hand on that. Nothing crazy, but like it just kept slipping, even with straps. So it's a good sign that my grip needs to be better. But also I should have kept the good bar out instead of going onto the rubbish bar. You're not allowed to use chalk there, which is a shame. Then Hatfield split squats, so safety bar split squats basically. Romanian deadlift with the hex bar. And then I did a little mini circuit, all at a super low intensity. Single leg incline sit-ups, single leg hyperextensions, hip abduction. So the way to remember abduction is aliens abduct. Aliens take you away, so abduct is legs away. Adduction is towards. So I just did a couple of rounds of them. And today, you're obviously seeing. So let's move on to the next rep. The next set. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Okay, I might have to admit that I might have overcooked it slightly. I think that was a little bit above a 7.5, just a little. I readjusted it on my chest because where the burnt bit is, the skin was just bunching up a bit. You know, it's blistered and it starts sticking together. So that's fun. I've been swimming. I think I already told you guys I've been swimming. So I'll drop it out the last couple of weeks before the competition. But I've been finding that quite good. I am finding though the eccentrics specifically, they make your blood pressure and your heart rate just go sky high so quick. It feels like cardio. So even though I do cardio regularly, I really still feel like this feels like a cardio session. So I'm going to drop this down to 50 now, because that definitely wasn't a 7.5. And I do still want to increase the load over the next couple of weeks. And this is the thing, right? Whatever your goal is, as long as that's trending in the right direction, your specific accessory numbers don't matter. What would matter would be if you're not making progress and your accessories are also not making progress, then it could be a sign that you're not training your accessories properly. But in this circumstance, my main lifts are going up, and to be fair, so are my accessories, because so last peak I started with 50 for 4 sets of 6, and I ended the session at, whoop, super graceful there. This is quite sticky. That sounds rough. It's quite grippy, the bench. It's not very slick. I don't think anyone's sweated on it yet. It's only been me that's used it. Anyway, last peak, same session, same week of the peak. I started with 50 for the first set, and I ended at 40. So starting at 60, and if I end at 50, then that's still progress. So that's cool by me. Still progress. So there's one more set of them, and then we'll go on to other stuff. Sunday, what I'm doing for a change is I'm going to start with calves and tibs. Real thirsty today. My second one of these, and these are 2 litres, so that's 4 litres. And I've had a couple of glasses of water. Don't know why. Anyway, I do know why. So this afternoon I filmed 70 something exercise demos, which will be on the app as well, conveniently enough. But it was doing all the different variations of them. Just knackered. So calves, tibs, squats, 3 singles at 220. I expect them to be fast based on what the 210s were like the other day with the eccentrics. Then belt squats, 3 sets of 5 with a 5 count eccentric, and I'm going to use the handles to help pull myself back up so I can go extra heavy on the way down. A dumbbell Y fly, so instead of coming down like this, I'm going to go down like that, so it's like halfway between a fly and a pullover. That's just to warm up, that's not actually a main movement. Excuse me. Touch and go bench, because we find that's weaker for me, so when we train that as my main bench movement, my paused bench tends to improve faster. And then we switch to paused bench the last couple of sessions. Close grip bench, 3 sets of 5 with a 5 count eccentric. Seated hamstring curls and some little hops, again just to warm up the hamstrings, especially given that my hamstring went pop last time I maxed out my deadlift. Then I've got specifically in here double overhand deadlift, so it's not that I'm doing them as a main exercise, but it's to track what weight I actually get up to on double overhand before I just go to hook. And then deadlift itself, 3 singles at 220, and then Jefferson's just a couple of sets of 10 at RP 0. I'll probably just use 40, 50 kilos, something nice and steady just to keep the back moving. So all these extra movements are to make sure that if I do get pulled into any weird positions or whatever, that I don't end up actually pulling something, so that I can just concentrate on being as powerful as possible in the actual exercises. Right. Let's mark off them. Mark off them. My tib raises were not RP9. Need to change that to RP5. The only downside on this, the lowest RPE you can put is 5, because realistically, who can tell the difference between RPE 5 and RPE 4 and RPE 3 and whatever else? Like, there's good research to show that people just don't know, just can't judge their RPE anyway. So to be that accurate, that far away from failure, it's realistically not going to happen. I've been talking for ages, so this should be better now because I've had a longer rest. Also, I was just saying the reps out loud there so that I remembered them. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Ooh. 6. You know what? I don't even think it's the weight, because it was the same again, right towards the end of that last rep. I think it's it's just the reps on it. That's bizarre, isn't it? Anyway, so I did the tib raises, I did the deficit press ups. I just did 5 lots of, not deficit press ups plus. I just did the 5 lots of 5, nothing crazy, just to get the shoulders and scapula and that moving. And a lot of these movements, again, are just general movements, not a bad idea to do just for general life. So, next thing is to go on to barbell rows. So, should I do them in the rack or outside? 4 sets of 8, and then pull downs. Right, let's get this bar stripped. For barbell rows, I'm never like 100% sure what to go with on weights on them, because like if I was being aggressive in the load, I could probably do them with like close to 100 kilos, or I could do them with 40 kilos and get just as much out of them. So I like to clarify why exactly barbell rows are in the program on that particular session. So in this circumstance, it's holding that supporting position for the deadlift, but it is actually for some back hypertrophy. Oh, just caught my knee on that. That was uncomfortable. It's actually for some back hypertrophy. So I'm not going to go too mad with the weight on them today. Not that I ever do. And also, as you know, I'm not a bodybuilder, as you have seen from the physique updates and such. But one of my body parts that is actually quite well developed, especially how little I train it, is my back. So it's not something I'm too worried about. I obviously get quite a lot out of it for doing very little. That feels fine. So we'll go 60, start with that, see how that is. Like I say, not too fussed on the load on these. I want to actually feel it in my back. I want to feel good contraction and a good stretch at the bottom as well. Just keep everything moving. Whereas, like, say you had them as a main accessory movement for like your deadlift, you might do them more like a power row. So you might do them a lot more aggressively on the pull. You might use a bit more momentum and whatnot. So that's all obviously going to depend on the specific rationale, if you like. So we are doing I. There's no we in this. I suppose there is. If you're following along, then you are very much just as much a part of this as I am. Especially if you've watched all of this training, because for the most part, I think I put everything up. I aren't really trimming stuff. Granted, the session at the bodybuilding gym, I haven't trimmed that. I didn't include everything in that. Right. Let's go bench grip. That feels like a good weight for this. Set 1, done. Start the timer. That's about right. I've got in here RP6. That's probably okay. Next thing after this will be lat pull downs. So I'm going to start setting that up between sets so it's ready to go as soon as I am. It's quite good, this rack, really. So I've got basically everything I need in it. The one big thing that I'm missing is dumbbells. But I don't really want to buy any since I've got loads at the gym, you know. And I've got the membership at 2 other gyms as well. So I don't want to spend more money on stuff when I'm using them. Not for in here anyway. I did actually consider renting a storage unit or something around here so that I could have a full gym set up. I was like, it's probably not the best decision financially when I already have a home gym, 2 gym memberships, and own my own gym. Maybe shouldn't open another gym just yet. Whoops, didn't mean to say that. Anyway, I'll do another set first. I don't know if these are even in frame. In frame. Check me out. I'm like a proper photographer or something. That's the thing. I've asked one of my friends, well, I say one of my friends, he's actually one of my athletes, if he wants to come and do some filming for me and see if he'll come and do like a test day on one of the SBD days and then come to the competition and get that filmed. I think that'll be cool. Yeah, so I've asked Phil if he'll come, if he can, if he's got time. So he does photography in his spare time. He's in incredible shape. Yeah, he's effectively hiccups. He's effectively a bodybuilder that doesn't compete. Making me really out of breath. Strange. Anyway, I'm going to see if he'll come down and do like a test day film for me. It's not like it needs to be full on cinematic or whatever, but like this kind of thing is fine. But it'd be good because my goal that day at the minute is to perform. I want to hit the 700. I want to be 100% on it. But also, I want to keep a record of it because I think it's cool. If I do hit it, and if I don't hit it, I want to know how close I was to it, you know? So, if he can do it, I'll have him do it. If he can't, I'll find someone else and see about getting that done. I think that'd be cool. And obviously I'll upload it here. I think it'd be good. It's also only like half an hour drive from here to the venue. So that's good. And the way they're doing it is all competitors squat, then all competitors bench, then all deadlift. So there'll be loads of time between lifts. So I've got loads of time after squatting to recover for deadlifts. Because it's going to be the deadlift. The deadlift is the missing link from 700. I don't know if we're going to stick with it, but if I can keep my deadlift weights just the same as my squat weight, I don't really have to do much else. Well, I don't have to do anything else to get to 700. I just have to equal my last squat, equal my last bench, and pull the same as I squatted. So that's why I'm also doing like a touch extra grip work. Nothing insane, because I pull with a hook, but just a little bit of extra just in case. Right. Go again. That ice pack's actually been really handy. Being lazy like that. Yeah, next thing, one more set of this, and then pull downs. I'll see. I don't remember if I started using this app when I was last doing these. Oh, last time I was doing 5s was 65. So for doing 8s, I'll maybe start a little bit on the lighter side. I think I'll stick 40 kilos on it to start. See what that's like in terms of difficulty. And then can always go, well, I will almost definitely, hopefully, go up from 40 kilos on it. I forget about this. I've seen a thing, it's like, I don't know if it's called is it a gimbal, where it changes based on where you are. It's like the camera arm either follows you or like holds it in frame or something. Something like that could be cool, because then it'll just follow around wherever I need to go. But I don't even know if that's the right term. Right, last one. Get cracking. Nice and easy. Next, lat pull downs. Let's log that. 60 done. Next exercise, lat pull downs, 3x8. From where you are there, can you see me? Do you even want to see me? Can definitely see me there. So the nice thing about this is, this works. It's just this on here. It's such a handy little attachment to have. We'll see how this is weight-wise. So accessories that are powerlifting specific, I'm being a bit more aggressive on. Ones that are less specific, I'm being less aggressive on. Oh, my back feels like it just quadrupled in size from one set. I think, like some people have places that genetically respond better or worse to training. My back especially seems to be that. Never really have to do much to get a lot out of it. So that's only 40 kilos, like not much weight at all really. I mean, to be fair, so I have done a pull-up with 60 kilos attached, or even just bodyweight ones. I get a real good pump in my lats. After this, I've got upright rows and some grippy stuff, so I do need to strip that bar. Yeah, so I'll strip that now between sets. So this is a thing of like, granted, I do spend a lot of time training, but it doesn't always have to be like as long as it potentially could be. Like, I realise if you watch this, it probably does seem like I spend ages training, because I do, but these little things do add up in terms of making the session just a little bit quicker. So like this session, this couple of minutes here will mean that once I've finished doing my pull downs, I can go straight into the upright rows without having to then unrack the weights from the last exercise and so on. Oh, chalk on the blisters. That's not nice. Anyway, set 2. So when I'm doing them, I'm trying to keep my chest up. I'm moving back a bit. So as I keep pulling, I can't keep my elbows down all the way, but I want to touch to here, just so that I've got the same range of motion every rep. I'm not saying it's better, it's not worse, it's whatever, but I like to have the same every time. So full lockout, it's not an active lockout, it's like a full lockout all the way, bar touches chest every time. It's binary black and white, either touched the chest or didn't. There's no opinion in it, it's only what happened or what didn't. You know you're thirsty when playing water, it's delicious. So one more set of these and then move on to the upright rows. Are you enjoying your tour of my garage? I'll see what these look like from the front. What I've done as well is, and then prep to the competition, over the course of, I think it will be 6 or 7 week peak, I actually got weighed on one of the days and I weighed 100 bang on, 100 kilos. So I put that up as like a starting point, took some pictures, like a bit of a before and after. Day of the competition, be 93, 94, so it'll be a loss of 6-7 kilos and also being at peak power as well, which I think would be cool. So if you want to see that, go to my Instagram, it's on there. Whoa. There's so much stuff that working on that, like, just exciting, but can't talk about on here. I can, but then I'd have to edit it and remove it, so then I can't. Last one. I'm going to try sliding my knees through this time. We're good. See the difference? After doing that, no issues with the breath. And this has been quite handy. You know when you get like companies that deliver food, and they come with like the cool packs. When we've got freezer space, we'll keep the cool packs. Just keep them frozen for whatever we would need. So like if we're traveling somewhere, want to keep food cold, we just reuse them. But this one has been great. I started off with it being inside an old t-shirt that I had. It's clean, but it was an old t-shirt that I had as like a emergency t-shirt. I had it wrapped up in that all day, and then as this has cooled down, it's still cold actually. I mean, there's still a block of ice in it, but it's tolerable on my skin. All my skin's gone numb. It's been pretty handy really. Now, next up we have upright rows. I suspect that just the barbell probably going to be heavy enough, so we'll go inside the rack for this, because then it's ready for next time I'm training in here, which will be this same session next week, I do believe. So for upright rows, this is like a bit of a side delt accessory. Going with my bench grip. Again, just keep things consistent. Trying to keep elbows as high as possible. Slightly lean forwards. Yep, that's it. That easy. Nothing crazy. 20 kilos, set 1. So after these, also going to do curls and some hangs, just to make sure that the grip. So I'll be so. I don't know if I'd disappointed. Maybe I'd be disappointed if. So I know that my grip has never been the best. I've got fat hands and little fingers, so I know that my grip is a weakness. So if I turn up to the competition and I missed out on 700 because of grip, I'd be disappointed. Not just for the 700, because it's just a number at the end of the day, but it's the goal I've set. I'd be disappointed if I didn't do the things I knew I should have done to stop that from happening. And one exercise that I like for grip would just be holds, but I don't want the extra axial fatigue. So axial as in skeleton, spine, central nervous system, like axial, the center of your body, of your skeleton, axial loading. I don't want any of that. So hanging is the opposite, it's decompression. So that's why. Right. Set 2 done, and get this stuff out the way now as well. So next session that will be in here will be literally just this session again next week, unless something comes up that means that I can't make it to one of the other gyms and I have to do like a makeshift session in here. Maybe as I go I'll get more used to like actually videoing in the gyms. So I haven't seen anyone else there yet filming stuff, and I think I'm just being self-conscious, to be honest. But I'm torn, because maybe I'm being self-conscious, but also I'm aware of other people, and there's a lot of people there that look like they're very new to the gym, and I don't want to put them off, because the whole thing at ASC was that we wanted an environment that people actually wanted to train in and didn't want to be put off by people grunting and banging weights and things like that. So I don't want to be contributing that to someone else's experience in the gym, you know. Anyway. Right, that's that. Done. Next. I said next. Right. Curls. Again, not doing a lot here. I just want to do enough that I do a bit of work. So twice a week, doing a couple of sets of curls. So the other day I did 2 sets. Today I'm literally just going to do 1 set of curls. I'm not even going to be that close to failure. That's it, that's all the curls. And then hangs, and then done. So, I will move the bench out of the way. And then I'll hang. And the hangs again, nothing too crazy, just, I was going to say just single arm. I've not done them for a while. Just a couple seconds on each side. I don't know which side is stronger or weaker. We'll start on this one. And yes, I've got chalk on. So I'm going to use this for balance. Dear God, that's hard. Maybe I can't even do single arm hangs. Nope. It's the skin on my hand. Tell you what, I'll just do a double arm hang. Start there. This is a really bad starting point for my grip. Might be because this bar's so fat. That's actually uncomfortable on my hands. This is good to know though. So what I might, no, I'm not going to go too crazy off program. I'm literally just going to do graded exposure a little bit at a time. I think it's just from, because this hand is burnt and this hand is torn calluses. I'm trying as well to grip. I'm gripping like that rather than like that, which feels weaker, but it's the same muscles that are contributing. That's it, done. Right, it was nice to speak to you. Nice to see you as always. I will see you next up. We're going to Hull's Strongest gym. I don't know if I'll do an episode in between. I've been quite busy with stuff and things, as we all are, obviously. I'll see you at Hull's Strongest for heavy-ish SBD. Take care.